What up, mofo? Let's go. How is everybody? I'm good. I just got in from work. It is currently Sunday night, 11:30 to midnight-ish right now. We are here for our energy oracle forecast for the week to see what kind of themes we might be working with in the week ahead. What kind of energetic weather are we going to be dealing with? Oh my gosh, you guys, tonight I was leaving the restaurant after we closed, and I looked down and I realized that my shirt had become unbuttoned, like all the way like down to here, like below the bra. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, my shirt is like so unbuttoned right now. I'm like, how long has it been like this? And they're like, oh gosh, we haven't looked because we've all been busy closing and like talking shit and stuff and fooling around. So I'm like, how long has my shirt been? And they're like, did you get any crazy big tips tonight? And I was like, yes. My last table tipped me like an extra $40. Like, I wonder if I was just like walking around with my flannel unbuttoned and my bra just out. I mean, I'm dying. I don't know if you guys ever watched the series Seinfeld, but there was one episode where this woman named Suzanne, I think was her name, the character, she was just like a cameo role sometimes, but she was like this arrogant woman, and Elaine couldn't stand her, and they were like rivals back in school, and like Elaine was going down the street and she saw Suzanne, like, okay, so the problem that she had with this woman was that she had like really big boobs, but she would never wear a bra, so they were just always like, you know, free and like all over the place. And so Elaine decided to give her a sort of frenemy gift, and she gifted her a bra. And so when she was driving down the road, she looked out the window and saw the woman wearing the bra as a shirt. And it was like one of those bras that you see from like Walmart that's like could be for anyone, but it's like just a big giant satin bra that's clearly like a brassiere. It's not even like a cute, like stylish bra that you could like put some jewelry with and like some like make a crazy outfit out of. It was just like, just very much like a brassiere. A 12-hour brassiere holds its shape. But yeah, so I was just walking around for God knows how long with my shirt unbuttoned below my bra. Not really the kind of vibe my outfit was putting out. And so I'm just like, oh God, I'm dying. But what are you gonna do? That happened to me once in high school. I was at a pep rally and I was wearing a shirt that I got from Express, and it was this like kind of bouncy like material, and it was also a button down shirt. And I was like, it was in high school, everybody's crowded around and we're all like, you know, cheering and stuff during the pep rally. We're like jumping up and down and clapping and stuff. And I noticed that everybody across from me in the bleachers was like, oh my God, look over there, oh my God. And I was like, why is everybody looking over here? And I looked down, and again, my beige shirt had become unbuttoned all the way, and my red bra was just out. I was just sitting there in my red bra at the pep rally in high school. Fucking sucked. All right, enough about me and embarrassing moments with my brassières. Let us see what's coming in the week ahead. Wouldn't it be funny if I pulled a card and it was like bra? Support system. You need support. Oh my God, let's see. While we're laughing and giggling, let's just go ahead and like the video, guys. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no excuse. I'm telling you to do it right now so you didn't forget. And if you would like, you could comment or leave an emoji. That would be helpful. Or you could save it in a playlist. You can even do a private playlist by putting that lock on there. You don't even have to worry about it being public. But any little action that you take on these videos helps me grow the channel and get these messages out to other people so they can find them too. It helps me break through the algorithm. So help me do that, please. All right, let's see. I'm gonna focus now Also, check out the description box below. In any given video, I usually have a little write-up of additional thoughts and key points and additional resources. A lot of times, if the decks are available, I will post a link that you can go to and find the decks. This particular deck is a limited edition, so it's not in print. And if you would like to support my channel, I have a PayPal link in my description box where you can donate if you so wish. All right, you guys, what do we need to know for this coming week about our growth and how we can interact the best with our lives? Oh my God, manifesting. I love this. We are in the waxing cycle. We just had our new moon on Saturday in Aquarius. Now, this was a very strong, like, powerful new moon to start the year. This was like our big, like, you know how, like, for a long time, we've been at the ending of a huge life cycle and, like, in the threshold to go into a new beginning. And so we've been, like, comparing it to the next season of life. And so we've been like, okay, I think we're in the credits now. Like, are we finally kicking off the episode? The episode is beginning, people. Officially, we are kicking off. Like, this is our start. Jupiter has even been in the mix. I think it was like conjunct the moon in Aries, I believe. So this new start is popping off hot and fresh. It is kissed by Jupiter, expansion. It's like anything that you give right now effort to, anything that you give your focus to, anything that you put your strength in, your heart in, is going to expand. So definitely figure out, okay, what are we manifesting for this first quarter? What are our longer term goals throughout the year? It's time to get your intention clear and start getting on those good routines. Start really following through on those healthy structures and all the things that you set up for yourself last year, the things that you were preparing to get you ready to implement this year. So it's all about manifestation. And the first 2 weeks of this waxing cycle, we're going to be building energy and power with the light of the moon. The more light is on the moon, the more energy and power your intentions are having as they're growing. So pay attention to your imagination, visualize what you want to see come to fruition, use your voice to speak positive affirmations and speak those blessings into existence. Use your voice out loud for that. Use your voice out loud to establish, to proclaim gratitude. And I would do that early in the morning to start your day. Those are the most positive hours in the morning. We haven't been worn down yet by negativity. So really set yourself up during those most positive hours. It's like the intentions and the positive actions that you do in the morning are amplified by that powerful, positive, protective energy. So manifestation power is very strong right now. Don't waste it. Stay focused. February is all about like getting into the groove, building your momentum, and then there is a lot of possibility and opportunity waiting for us in March, but it's fleeting. So it's best to get on with it now, get that fire under your ass and get moving. All right, you guys. And do it in a sustainable way too, because regular rest is important. You want to do this in a long term, like in a way that's going to be sustainable for the long term, right? You're not wanting to burn the wick at both ends and burn yourself out. You want to do this in a way that's healthy and sustainable. Because another thing with the manifestation is that you can have, like, your heart can be full of desire for your manifestation. You can be doing all the work and really loving it, and you're still connected with your why. But if you get yourself a little bit overtired or run down, or just like, I don't know, if you don't have enough rest, then you can fall like out of alignment with your manifestation by accident because you're irritable, or you're tired, or you're not really pumped about it and excited. It's the excitement and the enthusiasm and the love and the passion and that genuine feeling that creates the magnetism and the magic, right? It's not enough to just be focused, and it's not enough to be clear about what you want. Your feeling has to be in it too. And so that's one of the reasons why we have to stay connected to our reason of why we're doing all of this to begin with, right? So just pay attention. Don't let yourself slip out of alignment by accident, right? And I think that's a nuance that I've never really heard talked about. And I mean, I'm sure we kind of like, it's in there, but it's like we're not specifically saying, like, you can accidentally fall out of alignment with something that you really do resonate with just because you're being salty and grouchy for a minute, right? So just make sure that you're maintaining your energy so that you can continue and not hit like turbulence and roadblocks. All right, awesome. What else do we need to know? Ooh, expanding. Oh my gosh. So in To Be Magnetic work, this is all about manifesting. Their whole thing is that what blocks us from manifesting what we want in this life are subconscious blocks. And they are many times tied into self-worth, right? And so part of the process of manifestation is to find expanders. And expanders are people who are very similar to you, who are doing the thing that you want to do, or they're living the lifestyle that you want. It's like they are living the example of your manifestation, and they have enough in common with you and in their journey along the way where you're like, oh, okay, it was possible for them. It's possible for me too. But it's important though that you find people. Like if you can find someone that's as close to you as a carbon cutout would be best, because then your like subconscious mind is seeing to believe that, look, this person is just like you, no excuses, and they did it, and look, this is how they did. It's like it's possible for them. This can happen for you as well. There's also like different. Like there are other expanders that you can find that aren't that specific and that extreme. Like it can just be like part of the thing that you want. Like if, like for instance, say Gabrielle Bernstein would be a good example of an expander for me. She's a spiritual teacher. She's a writer. She's a content creator. She's, happily married to her soulmate. Like she's got great style. She's a person that I feel like she's like in my vibe, in the realm of what I want to do. Now, she's a great general expander for me, but she's not super specific because I don't have tons of stuff in common with her in the beginning before she started, but there are things, so it's close enough. So you basically, like, Instagram is a great place to find people that are, similar, doing the things that you want to do. And there's enough people out there where you can find people who are very specifically similar to what you want to do, who are doing what you want to do. And by seeing that it's possible for them, then you believe that it can be possible for you too. So find some expanders that inspire you and open up, like in your saved thing on your Instagram account, you can create albums if you don't already. And so I have a whole expander folder that I put people in that are doing things that I want to do, that have manifestations that I want to manifest. And yeah, it's a great place to go like get inspired and just remind yourself on a regular basis that what you want to do is possible. And there are people that have done it along the way, and you can reverse engineer some of their like strategies, right? You never want to take someone's ideas or content or copy someone. But you can certainly figure out like what their business models are and things like that, and try to like figure out, how they've set themselves up. So that is something to consider about this card. Otherwise, I feel that in general, Jupiter is looking to expand whatever we give it. And so this week, think about the parts of your life that you want to expand, right? We may feel a bit of growing pains, right? Our ego may want to contract because it feels our life opening up. Like this new next level timeline that we're on, we can really like step into more potential than we ever have, and we can really expand our lives like more than we think and more than we can imagine. So right now it's important to expand even your mind, expand what you're imagining for yourself, dream big, dream bigger, believe that exactly what you want is possible for you and that it's a done deal, right? Even to the point of like being a little delusional. All right. Okay, this is good. Manifesting, expanding. What else? Nice. Victory. Yay. I'm so glad. We have a couple of heads on spikes, so this is going to be a good week. Victory. I'm so excited. What is next to it? And Nexus. Okay. This card I always feel like has to do with like building your network and how you're interconnected with the people and like resources and things in your life. I feel like this highlights to just a way that like pay attention to how it's all connected or who you're connected with. Maybe this is something like maybe in order to get what you want and have the victory that you want, maybe networking is something that you need to do. Maybe you are building a bigger platform, right? But I feel like this has to do with gathering people of like mind and like purpose, people who have similar skills and connections and resources, gathering tools, resources, all of those things that you need. But I think that something about someone that we're connected to, I feel like our connections are going to be in the forefront. Something that you need. There's a connection out there. Somebody knows someone that can do the thing that you need to get done, or they have a person that they can recommend. But like, you use your connections this week. Throat chakra. I wanted to give us one last card to finish on. So amazing. When the throat chakra is blocked, it creates a separation between the mind and being able to reason with the way that you feel and the way that you can connect, how you can interpret what your feelings are meaning to you. You can find it hard to express how you feel or say what you think, right? Because the throat chakra is the bridge of the mind and the heart. So if this is blocked, then there's a disconnect between how you think and how you feel. So we need to unblock that, right? We need to communicate more clearly. We need to communicate more effectively. We need to get in touch with, like, I think that we're getting more in touch with our truth about things, like how we relate to the world, how we perceive things, you know, what is the ultimate beliefs and truths for us, and who we are at our core and what we really believe and what we really value. And we're starting to be able to express that, right? And put it out there. But there may also be something, so Mercury has just gone direct recently, and then so has Mars. And Mars has been retrograde in Mercury for months, which has made it very difficult to connect with people, to communicate, to be able to express how you feel or what you think to people. Maybe they're having a hard time, like maybe you think you're communicating very clearly and like nobody seems to understand what you're trying to say. Maybe there has been a miscommunication, right? And you've fallen out of touch with someone because of it. And you're like, I don't even know what happened. Or maybe like a discussion needs to be had that it just hasn't felt like it was the right time, or you didn't know how to go about it without it being like a thing. And so I think it's going to be easier to reach out and communicate now. So I don't know if you've been wanting to reach out to someone, pay attention to the timing on that, but it's maybe that things need to be said, right? Or maybe you can finally communicate your vision clearly or your plan. Maybe you've had a hard time getting your team all together on the same page. Maybe this is going to be a lot easier now. You're going to have a lot easier time at getting everybody wrangled and pointed in the right direction. Maybe if you've wanted to reach out to a little hottie patati, you will feel more inclined to do that. You know, everyone's mojo is finally getting back into check. We've all been sort of off our game and like in kind of a quagmire and in an existential tug of war the past few months. So don't feel like you're alone in this. If communication has been off, then maybe this week things will lighten up and open up a bit. We can hope anyway. All right, y'all. Well, I am excited. I have a pot of chili that I made yesterday, and it's really delicious, and I can't wait to have some more of that. I had a bowl last night. It was really good. So excited. All right, y'all. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I am still planning on filming the rest of the month by month look at 2023. I know it feels weird to have such a long look ahead, but I think it's really awesome to be able to look at the year almost like a timeline and like have like an overview of the month by month, like how the growth trajectory and like where our spiritual like lessons are taking us through the year. I think it comes from storytelling and writing, especially with screenplays. And I'm sure this is probably the same for a novel, but when you set out to write a script, you kind of have to know where your character is going before you start the story. You have to know how you're going to end the thing before you begin, because you need to know where you're going as you're writing. And so I find it very helpful to be able to take a glance at the year ahead, because, I mean, it gives you some kind of context in the moment as to why things are happening the way that they're happening, right? We learn in Kabbalah that everything that is happening in our life, even if it seems unfair, it's happening for a purpose. And so it can serve a positive purpose for you if you choose to allow it to. It's usually there to show you that this is an energy that you have created this situation, you know, maybe even by accident or whatever. But either way, I lost my train of thought. This is why I've talked too long. Oh, right. So we were talking about looking at the year ahead. So just like knowing what's coming, what's the context. Yeah. So in Kabbalah, you know, we're taught to say like, why is this in my movie? What's the message here? Like, just pretend for a second that there is some reason why this person said that, even if they were totally off base and it was unjustified. What if it were a message coming in like an oracle from somewhere? What message could you take from that that's positive and healthy that you can use proactively to grow and evolve? It is never a message that you should pick up that's like a negative, you know, self-deprecating kind of thing. Like when negative things happen, it's not to say the message is that you deserved it at all. It's just to say like what needs to be adjusted in your life so that you don't have to have those experiences anymore. So I hope that makes sense. I know we went off into a tangent right as we were closing things up. But yeah, as you look at the year ahead and as things are happening to you, it helps so much to pause and say, okay, why is this in my movie? And it really takes you out of thinking about things happening to you and at you. And then you kind of start to interact with life as more of like a game. And when you start seeing that you can turn it around for it to actually work out for you in your favor, then things start getting really exciting. And it just, when you take responsibility for everything that's coming at you and around you, even if it's not your fault, even, you know, it's empowering, right? Because you don't ever feel like a victim anymore. You just feel like, okay, cool, I can deal with this. I can, you know, spin gold out of this, whatever. So you're never feeling put upon, you know? All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I've got Chili calling my name, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, yeah, and I don't think I'm going to have time to film an extra workshop tomorrow because I have the post to do in the morning. Go follow me on Instagram. It's Liz_Taylor_Magick. And you can see when I write about our readings earlier in the morning, and you can get a heads up there and before we talk about them later in the video. All right, you guys, I'll talk to y'all later.